to some UMH-68 Invitational. No better way to start the day, no better way to start a weekend than with some hockey, morning hockey here at Cal Tire Place North in Vernon, BC. Zach Stewart is going to be on the call with you all weekend long for the UMH-68 Invitational U14 tournament. It's a great weekend, fun times going to be had here. And we're going to start off this tournament this morning with Team Gray versus Team Red. Let's go through the roster first. We'll go through Team Gray. Number 2 is Sean from Peachland, a defenseman. Number 3, Jack Boydall from Chilliwack is also a defenseman. Marcus Shee from North Vancouver, right defenseman here for Team Gray. Then you got number 5, Austin Joyce from Victoria, defenseman as well. Next 2 also defensemen in Devin Manhas from Lattsville, BC. And then number 7, Logan Atkins from Vancouver. All defensemen here for this Team Gray for the weekend of the UMH-68 Invitational. Going to some forwards now. Stefano Trentalance from Coquitlam. Easton Medved from South Surrey. Trentalance is number 9. Medved is number 10 for this tournament. Number 11, Ethan Tang from Kenmore, Washington. He's going to be down the middle center. Sutter Rouse, Williams Lake, right wing. It's number 12 for Rouse. Number 13, Brady Drulis from North Vancouver. And you got the number 14, Lance Bryant from Christian Lake. Center down the middle, number 15, Tate Davis from Victoria, BC. Kobe Bolts is going to be number 16 for Team Gray this weekend. Vernon, right here, local. Also another local is number 17, Kingston Prenislow. Centerman, and then the 2 goalies for Team Gray is Mason Baptiste from Maple Ridge, and then Luke Kosher from West Kelowna here for Team Gray for the UMH-68 Invitational. Getting started here with this first game. It is Team Gray versus Team Red. And speaking of Team Red, it looks like they're having their warm-ups, getting ready to get this weekend started for Team Red. It is going to be Cooper Kraus from Vernon, all defensemen to start things out. Brendan Schwinnemer from Lake Country. Then you got Ben DeLedge from Prince George. 2, 3, 4 are their numbers. So Kraus number 2, Schwinnemer number 3, and DeLedge number 4. Number 5 is going to be Parker Keith for Team Red. Number 6, Carmen Kang, and wearing number 7 is Yul Ko from Coquitlam. Carmen Kang from Surrey, Parker Keith from Penticton. Looking up front at the forward units for this Team Red, it's going to be number 9, Owen Demansky from Langley. Number 10, Rowan McGrath from Lake Country. Wearing number 11 is Max Phelan from Cranbrook. Number 12, Mitchell Wilson, Port Coquitlam Products. From West Kelowna, number 13, Spencer Hall. 14 is going to be Ryoma Shin from Kelowna. Number 15 on this Team Red up front, Max Pellegrino from Prince George. Number 16, Jeffrey Yu from Seattle. Number 17 is Jackson Dueck from Maple Ridge. Those are the forward groups for this Team Red here at the UMH-68 Invitational. And then in net is Holter Karpiak from Kamloops, and then Jackson Zinner from Kelowna. It's great to see. You got a lot of talented individuals here in this tournament coming from all over the province, even a couple down from the States. You have from Seattle, from Kentmore. So it's a great product here that gets put on over this weekend of hockey in Vernon at Cal Tire Place North. And to start off, it's 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow, and then the bronze game and gold medal game on Sunday. So schedule looking like Gray versus Red about to come up right now. The other morning game is going to be Team Black versus Team Blue. We'll get into those rosters when we get into that game. And then a break for lunch, for little workshops. And then in the afternoon, Team Black versus Team Gray. And Team Blue versus Team Red. As buzzer sounds, quick little 5-minute warm-up is over. As time to clean up the pucks and get this game underway against Team Gray and Team Red. Have to wait and see who's starting in net for both of these teams. They'll probably switch off halfway through, give equal playing time, or play one game, go back and forth that way. here in this UMH-68 Invitational U14 tournament. And like I mentioned, it's kind of the best from around the province, even down in the States. Both getting huddled in their net, getting pumped up, ready to go. You know, just talking with some parents, some coaches before this game. It's just a great opportunity for these kids to get experience, to make new friends, to make connections, just to play some hockey and have some fun as well. That's the main part of this tournament, is just to have some fun and get some reps in, get some good sweat in as all the pucks are being collected. The bag of pucks going from Team Red down to Team Gray. As looks like both teams are getting ready to get things started here for this first game of the weekend. All the pucks are cleaned, everyone getting to their benches. Team Gray is going to start things off going from broadcast left to right. Team Red going from right to left. Still waiting to see who's going to start for both teams in net. Looks like for Team Gray, getting the start is going to be Mason Baptiste from Maple Ridge, a 5'6" goalie, left-handed goalie. On the other side, still waiting to hear exactly who's going to start. And it looks like it is going to be Jackson Zinner starting for Team Red from Kelowna, 5'2" goalie, also left-handed. Zach Stewart on the call for you to get this UMH-68 Invitational started. Arm up and puck drop. We're underway here to start off a weekend of fun in Vernon. Team Gray wins the face-off. Goes D-to-D now, tries right down the middle, stretch pass on the far-hand side. Through everyone, no icing, playing it on the back end there. Moving it up is Cooper Kraus, kept in momentarily. Kraus regains possession of the puck at the end boards. He'll get over to Swinimer. Tries for a stretch pass up the near left wing. That one's intercepted by Davis. Backtracking, trying to fend off an attack by Spencer Hall from Team Red, as Team Red trying to get possession of the puck in the offensive zone. Still a pile up in the far right corner. Over 30 seconds gone. No shots on goal yet. Both teams still trying to feel each other out as the puck's at the end boards behind Team Gray's net. Out with it, working to the far hand side, trying to get that puck free. Bolts for Team Gray coming back, looking to help recover. Out with it. Team Gray coming up is Trentalance, wearing a bright yellow helmet. He gets it in the neutral zone. He'll just try to flip it down deep, go for a line change. Both teams already flying up and down the ice in this first period, just over a minute gone to start off this UMH-68 Invitational. Manhas with a big hit at the red line as it's stuck in front of Team Gray's bench. Going back with it for Team Gray is Logan Atkins, defenseman. He's wearing a bright yellow helmet as well here for Team Gray. Coming out of their own zone, looking up into the offensive zone goes Team Gray, stays onside. Manhas trying to cut to his forehand. He's getting stick lifted from behind. No clean shot on. And still a pile up in the far left corner of Team Red territory. Breaking out free, curling up with it is Ethan Tang for Team Gray. He'll drop it off to the end boards. Coley Bolts has that one knocked off the stick. Regaining possession behind the net. Working behind, looking for a post pass, unable to find one. Manhas stepping up from the blue line, able to keep it in momentarily, but not for long. Down the ice, Atkins there quickly, trying to crouch. Team Red changing into the offensive zone, staying onside, firing it down into the corner, but unable to get it any further. That one's back out, looking to flip it back in. Team Red takes over right along the logo here at Cal Tire Place North in Vernon. One of two ice sheets here at this rink. As taking it at his own end boards is Yulko for Team Red. He'll pass it over towards Parker Keith, up towards Thielen. Thielen will drop pass looking for you, unable to find him. Up with it, Rouse right beside him. Connecting with Kingston, trying to slow as he'll get it to the end boards, to the right corner, trying to go corner to corner, unable to make it through. Stepping up, Trentalance keeps it in at the blue line for Team Gray. Trentalance still has it in the corner, trying to battle with the defenseman of Team Red to break free. 3 minutes gone here, still scoreless to start off the weekend, and there's a clean shot from the point. A great save by Jackson Zinner, seeing the traffic all the way through, making the chest save and covering it up. It's great rebound control there from such a young goalie. Not able to allow a juicy rebound. Good point shot as well from Team Gray, as both teams trying to stay loud and trying to cheer on their units on the ice. Team Red wins a defensive zone faceoff to the far hand side of the ice. First game of 4 today. Gonna be 4 games tomorrow, then 2 games on Sunday in this UMH-68 tournament, as Team Gray gets it at their own corner, unable to escape the line. Hall with a good look in front, but that just skips off his stick. That's Spencer Hall from West Kelowna. Puck back to the point for Brendan Swinimer. Swinimer regains the puck. Right point, he'll look down low along the wall. Give and go back to Swinimer at the blue line, trying to make a move. He gets run into, trying to keep it in, still in everyone's feet. Hit thrown there by Colby Bolts. Unable to work that one out, still working the blue line. Sent back down low, left corner behind the net of Mason Baptiste. He'll get the start here for Team Gray. Body contact thrown around the left half boards, working around the back of the net is Team Red. Trying to work out on the far hand side with it is McGrath to the point. Able to keep it down low. Shin with a centering pass. That's a poke check away, and out with it goes Team Gray. Trying for even odd man rush if they can hurry. Davis looking for a backdoor pass, but that one's intercepted. Bolts now battling for it at the end boards. Davis right there as well, but Team Red pins off the 2 Team Gray forwards and comes out with it into the neutral zone. Doak down to the left corner. Atkins there trying to ring it around his own end boards. Unable to do so as the puck pops out free onto the tape of Lance Bryant. He'll work it out, work it to the far left wing into the offensive zone, trying to cut a corner. Driving the net, shoots it, slides it through the crease into the far hand side as Atkins has to pick it up in the neutral zone. Goes point to point, fires it back in his man as Bryant gets it at the end boards in the offensive zone, trying to chip it by, unable to do so. Over 5 minutes gone here in this first period to start off game 1 of the UMH-68 Invitational. Puck gets worked out to the neutral zone. Drulis and Manhas trying to step up on the far hand side. Keep it in the red line. Chip it up to Atkins, the defenseman jumping up on the rush. Trying to get it down low. Fans on the clearing attempt. Out the other way. Goes Pellegrino. Goes for a line change as that gets down deep. Team Gray picking up is Austin Joyce. Joyce makes a nice move up over the blue line. Still cutting way through is Brady Drulis. He'll get taken down at the blue line, trying to work his way into the offensive zone. Unable to do so. Out the other way goes Team Red. 6 minutes gone here for Thielen on the left point. Thielen still with a centering pass. No one home. Another shot, and it's into the back of the net. Team Red gets the first goal of this tournament. It's a shot from the point from Coolco from Coquitlam, BC. And Team Red takes the 1-0 lead here at the 13:56 mark of the first period. So Coolco playing with the CMHA U14 team from Coquitlam makes this a 1-0 game for Team Red. A point shot on. Floats over the glove of Baptiste. Ensuing face-off, Team Red able to get control, working up the right wing. Flipping it down, covering it up is Baptiste for a whistle. So an offensive zone face-off here for Team Red, who now hold a 1-0 lead. Thanks to Coolco with the first goal of this tournament. To get things started here, Team Gray versus Team Red. With the 1-0 lead and an offensive zone face-off, working their way into the left wing, down low, Hall finds it to the end boards. To the Team Red teammate, back out to the blue line now, D to D. Kraus has it with the shot into the chest of Baptiste and covered up. Great recovery, great answer there by Baptiste. After letting up that goal from the point, has another point shot and swallows it up, covers it up with ease, making it look easy. 13:20 to go here in this first period. Another offensive zone face-off. One forward shot on, but blocked off to the side by Team Gray. That was Rowan McGrath looking to make a move to the front of the net. Sent out down the length of the ice, right on net. Working that out is Jackson Zinner. He'll leave it off to his left post. Popped out to the blue line and out on a rush now is McGrath. Brief 2-on-1, going backdoor, unable to go. Skate to stick is Hall as Team Gray now trying to push the pace out the other way here in this first game of the U14 UMH-68 tournament. Great tournament held here in Vernon. Cutting the corner, Trentalance into the offensive zone, goes backdoor, but through the stick on the far hand side of Kingston Prenislow, who is still jostling for possession of the puck on the far hand side. Manhas, big defenseman here for Team Gray. 6'1" here, defenseman for Team Gray in this tournament as Team Red takes it behind their own net. Gets met at the blue line. Bolt's able to keep it into the end boards. Working back with it, Team Gray again with Ben DeLedge. Trying to stay onside. Team Gray into the neutral zone. Bolts gets it over to Atkins. Atkins, the defenseman, up into the left corner. Working behind the net now. Gets it stuck in the foot of the referee, but covered up on net by Jackson Zinner from Kelowna in a 1-0 game here for Team Red. Thanks to Yoko from Coquitlam, the defenseman, floats it over the glove of Baptiste for the 1-0 lead. That was at the 13:56 mark of this first period. As we're just over 8 minutes gone here in this first to start off the tournament. In the neutral zone, Trentalance on the backhand, unable to get that one down deep. Atkins at the blue line, at his own blue line, works it in the neutral zone, but quickly onto the attack goes Team Red yet again. Manhas for Team Gray meets the attacking forward in the corner now. 2-on-1, odd man rush. Here, Bolts on the far hand side with Trentalance. Bolts with the shot off the glove arm of Zinner, and it goes into the corner. Colby Bolts with a great opportunity to tie this game up. Behind the net shot there by Trentalance off the post, grabbing it at the blue line. Manhas, he'll look right to the slot on the backhand, throws it on net, slides it far of the post. Davis able to regain possession for Team Gray. The goal scorer, Coe, meets him into the corner. And that one's tapped out into the neutral zone with Manhas backtracking at his own blue line to grab that. Looks up, sees Red changing, now goes into the zone, takes a slap shot. Hard, heavy shot from the 6'1" defenseman, but it goes over top of the net. Tang keeps it in, not for long. Team Red coming out with it on this near hand side with Cooper Kraus, the defenseman, leading the rush to the blue line of Team Gray. 1-0 is the score here for Team Red. Swing and a miss, out the other way goes Bryant for Team Gray, looking for a backdoor pass. Tang is held up, no call. Shot on from a sharp angle, rebound, another shot, backhand, unable to get through. Some rough stuff in front of the net is Team Red trying to come out of their own zone. Cooper Kraus works it back into the corner, now up to the half boards. Big hit by Bryant. That'll cause a little bit of a commotion as Cooper Kraus tries to keep possession of the puck for Team Red. Out right down the middle, Wilson unable to connect with that one as Team Gray keeps it down deep. No icing, kept in at the red line. In the corner, another big hit thrown. Team Gray trying to enforce their physicality here in this first game. This morning in Vernon in a 1-0 Team Red lead. Into the offensive zone goes Team Gray right down the middle. Boydall, the defenseman with a shot off the post, another rebound shot, but holding that post is Zinner. Great save there, protecting, hugging in the far post, stepping up Boydall again, keeping the blue line. Turnaround, keep in, goes right corner to left corner, intercepting that one at the end boards. For Team Red is Parker Keith, trying to work up the left wing, unable to do so as that one sent back is DeLedge. That's got to go pick it up behind his own net, work it up the half boards, intercepted by Prenisolo. Prenalso at the blue line, a big hit thrown as that puck gets down deep. Rouse trying to tap it towards the slot. Prenalso, first one there, trying to chip it around Hall, unable to do so. As Team Red trying to alleviate some pressure, get out of their own territory here with McGrath. Throwing it down to the end board, still on the rush. Stopping, hitting the brakes in the corner. gets overtaken by 2 Team Gray members. 8.5 minutes to go here in this first period. 1-0 is the lead for Team Red to start off this tournament. Bobbing and weaving to the blue line now, taking a shot through traffic, but a kick save into the far side corner by Baptiste. Kept in by Team Red, blocked in front. Shin holds it at the red line, goes for a line change and fires it down deep. So Baptiste with a little bit of time leaves it off towards Marcus Shee. Stretch pass, trying to connect with Ethan Medved, unable to do so. Overtaken by Kang, the defenseman for Team Red. Chipped up forward. Team Red onto the attack again. Duick trying to be the first one there. Duick leaves it off to the blue line. Intercepted. Trentelance out the other way, entering the offensive zone. 1-on-2. Trentelance takes a shot, misses onto the far hand side of the ice. Gets the puck back at the end boards. Gets pressured off by Kang, but breaking through is a teammate on Team Gray. Dropping it off into the corner. That was Krenislow. Davis to Trentelance, stepping up Atkins at the blue line. He'll get it down to Davis. Stick lift, trying to battle out of 2 Red members in the left corner. Atkins back down low to Davis. He gets sandwiched. Kang holding him, trying to win this board battle. Out with it, Trentelance, intercepted by Team Red, as now they'll pull their way out of their own blue line. Keith flip it up forward, sneaking behind the defenseman Duick, leaving it off, unable to complete that pass. Unable to get it was Pellegrino, as Team Gray out the other way, driving the net. Unable to get that one through was Bolts. Now as the puck still in offensive possession though for Team Gray. Keith whacking away at it, out with it, over the blue line, over the red line. Wheeling their way through is Team Red on the far hand side, but now going for a line change. Leaving it off, picking it up for Team Red is Coe. He's got the lone goal here in this game for Team Red. For either team, the defenseman from Cole Quitlam. Drop pass behind the net. Nanhas looks up towards Trentelance on the backhand. He'll flip it out, but not out. And as Cooper Krause able to keep it in and get it down low. Picking it up in the far side corner. Yu at the blue line. He'll do a spin move around Davis. Gets it over to Wilson. Thielen picks up the puck, tries to chip it around the defenseman, unable to do so. As Yu now battles, out with it, Team Gray, Trentelance leading the rush right down the middle. He'll just fire it on net and go for a line change, with Zinner playing the puck cleanly to the right side, where Team Red will pick it up at their own end boards, going for a stretch pass, nearly intercepted. Now a battle. Team Gray does take over, looking back to the point. That one's picked up, looking to chip it around, but keeping it in, and a shot on. That goes high and wide of the net. Team Red at the half boards, trying to sneak down low. Tang and Bryant with right there at the shot. Swing and a miss. Couple whacks at it in front of the net from Bryant. Unable to get that one through Zinner. As Boydell able to get that one down back deep. Cooper Krause picks it up. He'll spin back in his own territory. 5 minutes to go here in the first period to start off the weekend. Nothing better than some morning hockey. As McGrath rushes into the offensive zone, he gets overtaken. Team Red looking to forecheck. Off a foot, back to the blue line of Team Red. Krause looks right in front of him, finds it with Shin. Looks for a cross ice pass, connecting with Hall. Hall's got Joyce right in front of him, trying to spin away from him. Chipped out to the blue line, continuing on. Rouse is behind the defenseman, tries to get for stretch pass. Just off the end of the stick and down to the end boards. Rouse unable to knock his man off the puck as it goes over to the far hand side. Tang looking to leave that one off, unable. Out with it, Team Red. Entering the offensive zone, Hall gets overtaken as that one's flipped over the red line in a 1-0 game here. Boydall off his stick, Shin takes over, trying to split the defenseman, unable to do so. Kept in with the shot, kick save, rebound, and it's into the back of the net. Team Red scores again and extends the lead, make it 2-0 for Team Red. With Roma Shin, it looks like, banging home the rebound on the far side post to make this a 2-0 game here for Team Red. Roma Shin from Kelowna, 5-foot tall forward, playing with the U13 Central Zone Rockets. Makes this a 2-0 game for Team Red. 4 minutes to go here in this first period, and Red extending their lead and have the puck again off the ensuing face-off at center ice. Duick unable to get around his man. Is taken over is Prenislow. Duick taking it over again, keeping it into the offensive territory for Team Red, who now hold a 2-0 lead thanks to Shin with that last goal shot on. That's off the tip of the glove of Baptiste and out down the length of the ice, forcing Brennan Swinimer to get there in his own territory. Taking over, offensive zone turnover for Team Grey here, 3.5 minutes to go to start off this UMH-68 Invitational U14 tournament here in Vernon for the weekend. Pellegrino gets it right down the middle, leaving it off Keith, but poke check by the 6'1" defenseman in Manhas, as forces Team Grey behind their own net. Manhas not quite able to handle that in the left corner as Team Red takes over, taking a quick backhand shot. Reactionary save there by Baptiste, wrap around through the crease. Keeping it in is Kraus with a slap shot from the point. That one goes wide, sent down the length of the ice by Team Grey, and it will not be enough. Oh, it will be enough. They're gonna blow that one icing. Pretty baited, but that's okay. We're all having fun. Offensive zone face-off coming for Team Red after one of the slowest icings I have seen in a while. 2:48 to go in this first period. 2-0 is the score for Team Red. First goal of the game scored by Yulko from Cole Quitlam, and then Ryoma Shin taps in a rebound from Kelowna to make it 2-0. Face-off coming to the glove hand side of Baptiste, Mason Baptiste of the Team Grey. Team Grey winning it, getting out into the neutral zone. Kraus able to just keep it back in with Atkins on the backtrack to grab it on the left post. Gets it behind the net to Manhas. Trying to work it up quickly to Trentalas. Kraus poke checked off his stick as Bolts takes over the blue line, sends that down deep with two Team Grey forecheckers trying to get there first in the corner. Spinning off, the goal scorer Shin works it behind Team Red's net. Atkins keeps it in momentarily. That one's forced into the neutral zone. Manhas now has to pick it up in his own zone. Spinning around, working it up quickly. Entering the offensive zone, Davis takes a bump but gets it behind the net of Zinner. Cooper Kraus trying to use speed to get it out. Wilson chips it up forward for Team Red. Thielen able to avoid a hit by Trenolance. Take an extra shove as the puck goes down to the end boards behind the net of Baptiste. Team Red trying to get it, break it free off Manhas, but works it cleanly. Team Grey on the attack, 4-on-2 into the offensive zone. Bryant, he'll take a shot into the chest again and covered up by Zinner. Zinner's faced a couple shots in this game so far and has shown great rebound control, not allowing anything on net. Rebound control solid there as it's 2-0 for Team Red. Minute and a half, 90 seconds to play here in this first game of the day. Breakout pass down the right wing, unable to get any further. Kang right there for Team Red. Shin kicks it forward. Shin making this a 2-0 game. Working up with the puck into the offensive zone is Joyce. Works to the forehand, goes out wide, backdoor pass, off a rebound, and it's into the back of the net. Team Grey answers to make this 2-1. Rebound right in front. And Team Grey is on the scoreboard here at the 1:12 mark, as leading the goal train is Drulis for Team Grey. Brady Drulis from North Vancouver, 5'2" forward. Perfect positioning right in front of the net in the slot, and hammers home the rebound to make this a 2-1 game. Still in favor of Team Red, but Team Grey with a good answer, good positioning there by Drulis to get his team on the board. 1 minute to go here in this first period. The puck sent down into the offensive zone. Backdoor pass again for Team Grey, looking for a tap in, unable to find it. As Team Grey works in the far side corner. Drulis, the goal scorers, working out behind the net, out towards the point Bodal with a shot, kick save by Zinner. Out to the half boards, working up forward. Coe unable to push his man off the puck as a boards battle with 30 seconds to go here in this first period. Out free with the puck, trying to take a shot was Joyce. Out the other way with numbers goes Team Red. Leading out the rush is Doak. Doak takes a shot over top of the net. Elects not to use the 3-on-1 rush and just gets it over top of the crossbar. The puck's at the blue line of Team Gray. 5 seconds to go. Bobbling puck. Joyce up cleanly, trying to make moves into the offensive zone. Drew is a last-second shot from the red line. As buzzer sounds, 20 minutes is in the books here to start off the first game of the day at the UMH-68 Invitational. As Team Red takes the 2-1 lead. After the first period, we're gonna have a 13-minute intermission as Team Red holds the slim lead. Back and forth hockey, good chances on both sides, good goaltending work on both sides. As Team Red takes the 2-1 lead. After the first period, we're gonna have a 13-minute intermission as Team Red holds the slim lead. Back and forth hockey, good chances on both sides, good goaltending work on both sides. As Team Red takes the 2-1 lead. After the first period, we're gonna have a 13-minute intermission as Team Red holds the slim lead. Back and forth hockey, good chances on both sides, good goaltending work on both sides. As Team Red takes the 2-1 lead. After the first period, we're gonna have a 13-minute intermission as Team Red holds the slim lead. Back and forth hockey, good chances on both sides, good goaltending work on both sides. As Team Red takes the 2-1 lead. After the first period, we're gonna have a 13. It makes it a 2-1 game heading into the second period of a great tournament here. Put on UMH-68 Invitational this weekend. U14 tournament, like I said, some of the best players from around the province, even a couple down in the States. But all this would not be possible without some of the great sponsors that we have here this weekend, including BioSteel. They're one of the main sponsors of this tournament. It is powered by BioSteel, the hydration choice trusted by pros and parents alike. And now it's even easier to grab. The new BioSteel Variety Pack is available at Costco. You can get 24 bottles, 3 flavors, all with no sugar, no caffeine, and no junk. Just clean, effective hydration that works as hard as you do. We also got another sponsor in Iron Ghost Construction. As a dedicated platinum sponsor of UMH-68, Iron Ghost has provided player scholarships at all 4 events, helping young athletes chase their dreams on and off the ice. Iron Ghost, where quality and safety lead every build since 2014. Iron Ghost has delivered quality, safe construction from structure to mechanics, start to finish. Iron Ghost. Continuing on, Elite Prospects is another sponsor here. Elite Prospects is my go-to for looking up player stats. Doesn't matter what league, what level. Number 1, Elite Prospects is the gateway to hockey. Online since 1999, EliteProspects.com is the number 1 statistical hockey resource, serving over 1 million unique visitors weekly. It offers the most informative hockey player database on the web and has the most reliable transaction tracker available. Up next is Up My Hockey. It is proud to provide scholarships to players attending this tournament because talent deserves opportunity. Change your thinking, change your game. Up My Hockey, where mindset meets performance. Train with a program designed by a coach who's played at the highest level and 10 times your development. Up My Hockey, where mindset meets performance. We also got the Up My Hockey podcast with Jason Podolane. Great individual, great coach, great player, great person putting on this tournament. The podcast for players chasing their full potential. From mindset to performance, this is your go-to source for unlocking the next level in your game. Aiken AK Hockey is also a sponsor here. They provide a prize pack to the Sidney Crosby Award winner. That award is chosen by the coaches. Dominate the ice with performance-driven, cut-resistant gear built for elite players. Stay dry, stay sharp, and feel every stride with our innovative base layers and Blade Pro skate socks, the most comfortable cut-resistant socks in the game. That's AK Hockey. And the players, they're getting fueled with Cliff Bars, bananas, apples by Nature's Fair Markets. If it's good for you, we've got it. Those are the sponsors here for this tournament. We'll say them lots because without them, this tournament would not be possible.
Overall, their programming. So my company, Kelowna High Performance, does all the testing, the off-ice testing, reporting. So we're helping Jason kind of develop everything off the ice and athleticism side. And kudos to him for wanting to even do that. A lot of these programs tend to just focus on the ice, and I think one of the reasons why my own son is even attending, right, is that I think it's such a great experience to kind of get into both, because both are just as important, right? So my role is really to help grow the off-ice side of it, educate the players around what does it mean to test, and what does it mean to look at your results. And the talk that I just did was all about athletic development and understanding that this is a process, and these guys are still young athletes, and to be patient and to keep being an athlete. So Jason is done a great job with just facilitating that, and my job becomes pretty easy to come in and just kind of speak to that, and hopefully help educate some of the athletes and parents, and give any information that I can.
There's a lot of athletic trainers out there, a lot of trainers, a lot of fitness professionals.
Yeah.
You have a very unique background. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, very fortunate. Hockey is a very small world, and I've been very fortunate to be on the good side of it for the most part. And I spent about 15 years in the NHL with the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Anaheim Ducks, as from an assistant strength and conditioning coach to strength coach to director of performance, which is kind of like the overseer of everything, I guess. And that experience has kind of allowed me to, have some insight into, 20 plus years of doing this, and seeing a lot of the different trends come in and out, and how the game has evolved now to, very fast, a lot of time on the ice, and it's changed quite a bit, right? So on the side, I opened up my own business during that time as well when I was in Ontario. And now living in BC, we have a company called Kelowna High Performance, where we train predominantly professional athletes, hockey players in the off season. So we have a whole setup there, which is, kind of everything from chiropractors, athletic therapy, nutrition, skill development, both on and off the ice. So it's kind of the full spectrum of the business. And yeah, I kind of, that's my gig, especially in the summertime, is helping our clients develop and learning along the way.
If you've been doing this for 20 years, that means you like it.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, tell us a little bit about what it is that keeps you magnetized to this industry.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it on the head. I love it, actually. It's I think it's probably the only thing I'm good at. I actually know it's the only thing I'm good at. But I think the people who look at it the way that I do, and I think that's a lot of great people, a lot of great coaches, that you're just curious. You're curious, and for me, it's about trying to solve problems. Like I said in my presentation, I end up doing a lot of rehab work now, and a lot of really difficult rehab, hip replacements, hip surgeries and shoulder surgeries, and long-term rehab, and I dig into that. And obviously, there's an unfortunate part of it with the athlete being hurt, but it's a puzzle, and I think that's why I love what I do. I get to unwind that puzzle and try to, okay, can we get you back to where you were? Can we get you back to even better than what you were? And that curiosity and that let's say joy, it's kind of the only word that comes, is what drives me. And I think I'm pretty lucky to have found that. And I try to surround myself with people who are driven by a similar goal. And especially here in Kelowna and the Okanagan, there's some amazing practitioners, chiros, physios, coaches, hockey people. I mean, guys like Jason who are in the hockey community are again, my own son is here, and that should tell you all you need to know how much I trust him and what he's doing here. And I think that's what keeps me. I know that's what keeps me going. Is I tell my son, like, I don't have a job. I have a passion that allows me to do X, Y, and Z, right? And I think that's why it continues to go, because I have that, that curiosity to want to solve problems. And I think that's a long-winded answer, but it's that's kind of the first thing that comes to mind.
That's a great answer. And just to sum it up, obviously a lot of training and rehab is physical exercises and rehab programs, but I'm sure we all agree that the mind navigates the body.
Yes.
What is it that you would leave as a piece of wisdom for the kids, the viewers, the parents, other athletes? What piece of wisdom would you leave that is most impactful about how the mind navigates the body?
Yeah, I think it's not going to be sexy. I talked a little bit about it in my presentation, and the athletes I get to work with, the ones that have the most success, and by success in terms of professional hockey, I mean they're getting paid, they're playing for a long time, that to me is successful. Those athletes have a couple key traits. One of them is consistency. The guys and the girls who show up and do the work are the ones that have the most success. And my job as a coach is to help facilitate availability to play. Right? My job is, bigger, faster, stronger? Sure. Really, it's available to play. Can you practice when you want to practice? Can you play when you need to play at the level that you need to play at? And I think that philosophy for me has changed over time, for sure. I was probably more in the bigger, stronger, faster camp for a long time as a young coach, but then you start to realize what actually matters. What matters is the sport, right? Is their ability to participate in the sport at a high level, at the highest level that they can. And so that mindset of consistency is showing up, doing the work, and really that also involves the ability to put up with it, right? My training isn't special. There's a lot of other brilliant coaches, over me. My training is consistent and it's boring, right? We do the same stuff, variations for sure. We have fun for sure, but can you put up with the same stuff? Can you put up with paying attention to your body? Can you learn? And again, the athletes that do that dig into that, they're the ones that have the success. So what I would say is be consistent and learn how to learn how to take your body to places of discomfort, not pain, but discomfort. So learning that line and learning how to show up, and that's a big part of the battle.
Mark, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Welcome back to this first game of the morning, of the day, of the weekend, of the UMH-68 Invitational here at Cal Tire Place North in Vernon, BC. It is Team Gray versus Team Red to get this tournament started here. Day one of the 3-day tournament. There's 4 games today, 4 tomorrow, and 2 on Sunday. Zach Stewart with you for the whole weekend of fun hockey here, U14 hockey, and it's already out to a 2-1 Team Red lead over Team Gray. As we get ready to get this second period started, for Team Gray, still in net is Mason Baptiste. For Team Red is Jackson Zinner. In this game, goals have been scored by Yulko
and Roma Shin for Team Red. For Team Gray is Brady Drulis as we're underway here in the second period of this first game of the tournament. In this second period, Team Gray going from right to left, Team Red from left to right, as Team Red out going towards the right now as they work it into the far side corner, looking for a centering feed. Hall gets it in the corner. He'll work his way around, takes a shot through traffic, through the crease into the end boards. Out to the blue line, kept in by Swinimer. Gets pushed off the puck, taking over possession for Team Gray is Prenalslow. Prenalslow working back behind the own net. He gets tied up by Shin, one of the goal scorers on this Team Red. Shot on from a sharp angle, push off the side of the net and cleared out safely to the corner. Not safe enough as Joyce gets knocked down. Now one taken over by Shin. Joyce has got to go back to his own end boards and pick that up behind the net. Up towards Medved. Medved trying to get a streaking Trentalance up, but unable to escape the blue line. As Joyce and Bodal, little miscommunication. Who's going to go attack that puck first? But it is Joyce. Now a sandwich with Bodal getting the puck behind the net. Wilson trying to chip that free to himself in the left corner. Shot on from the point. That one's blocked in front. And to the end boards, Joyce again. He'll lift that one to the blue line and out as Kang unable to hold that. Deledge getting pressured by Trentalance through traffic all the way down. No icing, tipped off a couple sticks as we're a minute and 40 seconds gone here in this second period in a 2-1 game for Team Red. But Team Gray looking to enter the offensive zone for the first time this period. Out behind the net to play it. The first time you've really seen an active goalie get out of their crease in this game so far. And Zinner makes it work great. And we get a penalty coming up as well. As entering the offensive zone, Thielen with the shot saved, but whistle sounds. And a penalty coming up. It is going to be a tripping penalty called against Team Gray. So heading to the box is Trentalance. That is Stefano Trentalance from Coquitlam, a 5-1 forward. Gets a tripping penalty called against. So for the first time this game, we're off to a power play. And it will be Team Red on the power play, starting it off in front of Baptiste to the glove side. Face off one back by Team Red to start off this man advantage. Dueck rings it over to the left point, takes the shot on off the chest and out to the corner. Able to keep it in on the power play is Team Red. 1:44 to go. Coe has a goal this game. He takes a shot, blocked in front, gets through traffic, but covered up by Baptiste as Manhas helps clear the crease, covering it up for a whistle. 1:38 to go on the power play, first power play of the tournament. As face-off comes to the glove hand side of Baptiste. 5-on-4. Opportunity for Team Red to expand on their lead. Already up 2-1 here in this game. Swinimer goes D-to-D to Kraus. Kraus working the blue line. He'll look to take a shot, get it over. Down low. McGrath gets a return feed. He's got it on the backhand. Trying to break free from traffic. Looking for a centering feed. Hall unable to get his way through. As that one's taken over. Unable to clear the zone though. Keeping it in. Schwinnemer at the blue line. He'll drive down into the corner. Gets pushed off the puck, but able to get it out clean. Hall looking for a centering pass to Kraus at the blue line. Kraus over to Swinnemer. Goes right in front and runs into traffic, but able to tap that back out. Minute to go, and holding the line is Kraus. Working to the forehand with a shot off the arm and tipped out front. Still loose in front. Pushed out by Team Gray, looking for their first clear of this penalty kill and able to get it down into the neutral zone. Not all the way down, as quickly back onto the attack is Team Red with the shot. McGrath blocked in front. Nice block there by Marcus Shee. Kept in. Hall makes a move to the high slot. Another shot. That one beats the blocker of Baptiste and into the back of the net. A power play goal scored by Team Red. And Spencer Hall adds on to the lead, makes it 3-1, a power play goal. As Spencer Hall from West Kelowna, 5'7" forward, pushes it to 3-1. A nice shot, nice move to work to the high slot. and into the back of the net, beating the blocker hand side of Baptiste for the 3-1 lead, a power play goal. Ensuing face-off, one back by Team Gray. Medved flips it out into the neutral zone. Kang on the backtrack. Will circle up into his own zone a couple times. Couple attackers. Rouse goes to throw a big hit as that one's pushed in onto the net of Zinner, and now a 3-1 hockey game. Just over 4 minutes gone in this second period. Wilson gets sandwiched into the boards by Rouse, but stepping up and leading the rush up is the defenseman. Into the offensive zone for Team Red. That was DeLedge. Into the corner, looking for a stretch pass out. Intercepted. Dueck able to hold the blue line. Still trying to work their way out is Team Gray. Finally, Bodal able to get it down the middle into the offensive zone with the shot. Shoulder save and down right in front of their crease. Nice shot there by Prenislow. As out the other way, Dueck trying to beat out Atkins into the offensive zone. Pile up to the half boards. Chip down low, still trying to keep it in his Team Red, who have the momentum now after scoring that last goal to make it 3-1, a power play goal by Spencer Hall. As driving the side of the net, Prenislow with a shot. That's a nice hug of the post. Walker save into the corner. Out to the blue line. Trying to get around a couple is Dueck. Able to get around now 2-on-1 against Manhas. Looking for a backdoor pass, still with it. Drueck had it open, but just had it bobble, slide off the stick, and could not get a clean shot off. Lucky break there for Team Red is Dueck. The great look in front. Team Red still on the hunt. Down the middle, Demansky works it into the offensive zone as Adkins takes over. Adkins gets run into at the end boards. Both fall to the ice. None worse for wear. As Bolts Manhas unable to get it away through. Team Red takes over. 2-on-1 briefly. Takes a shot on rebound. Pushes wide of the net. Couple opportunities as that's popped in front. Bolts trying to swing it away. It's still a loose scramble. No whistle now. It sounds as covering that one up is Mason Baptiste from Maple Ridge and needed all of it to hold it. A big scramble in front, but was able to cover up the puck on at least 5 opportunities by Team Red in a 3-1 game here. 6 minutes gone, 14 minutes to go in this second period at the first game of the UMH-68 Invitational. The puck gets pushed to the end boards behind Team Gray goalie. She's the first one there. The defenseman works it out to the half boards. Intercepted, massive hit, and an arm coming up as Team Gray touches the puck. And it looks like Bryant is going to be headed to the penalty box for a head contact. It looks like will be the call as he makes his way to the penalty box. The second power play of the game, of the period, coming up for Team Red. Perfect 1-for-1 so far on the power play, and have another opportunity with Lance Bryant in the box. 2 minutes for head contact. So to the power play again goes Team Red in the offensive zone. Face off one back by Team Gray. Needing to get a clear here. Out to the blue line. Swinimer able to keep it in. Right point. He'll drop it off at the blue line to Shin. Shin's got a goal in this game. Takes a shot, tipped in front, but a kick save. And then sent to the blue line, not out. Kept in by Team Red. He'll try to power that one around the end boards. Kept in again by Swinimer. Finally worked out now. Colby Bolts into the offensive zone, shorthanded. Trying to get a step, does. Now a wraparound attempt into the back of the net. A shorthanded solo beauty from Colby Bolts as Team Gray answers with a shorthanded goal. Make it 3-2 for Team Red. But Colby Bolts doing the best to get this game back towards even. 3-2 with a shorthanded goal. Local from Vernon. 5-5 forward. Beautiful solo effort to drive it, fend off contact, wrap around, and a short-handed goal. 13 minutes to go. Now it is 3-2, but Team Red still on a power play for the next minute and 22 seconds. As they win the ensuing face-off, Klaus getting pressured in his own zone, gets it up to Yu. Yu knocked off his stick. Trenelance, short-handed, will pop that one down deep into the glove of Zinner, who will cover it up for a whistle. So short-handed offensive zone face-off here coming up for Team Grey, and now a 3-2 game after a great goal by Team Grey and Colby Bolts to get this one closer. 3-2 is the score. Face-off won by Team Grey as they work it back towards their own zone, trying to waste as much time as possible. Here, short-handed for another 52 seconds with Bryant still in the box for that head contact. Into the offensive zone, Tang actually smart play, working it back to waste more time before sending it down. DeLedge catches that one at his own blue line, working right down the middle into the offensive zone. Staying onside is Thielen. Could not get around Joyce as that one's cleared down the length of the ice. As Keith has got to go recover. Trying for a stretch pass. Finds it, but just off the end of the stick of Max Pellegrino. Leaves it to the blue line. Overtaken and sent down the ice yet again. Not all the way down. Nice keep in at the red line by Coe. Has a goal in this game. Tap forward into the offensive zone. Keith has that one knocked off his stick as Adkins able to send it down. And penalty is over. Bryant out of the box. Successful penalty kill this time around from Team Grey. Now make them 1 for 2 on the game on the penalty kill. Manhas popped up to Drulis. Drulis over the red line, trying to maneuver his way into the offensive zone. Medved has it up into the air, blocked in front. A little looping puck lands in front of both players. Wraparound attempt again off the side of the post. Manhas finds himself deep into the offensive zone, pinching into the right corner. Rouse now takes it into the left corner, drops it behind the net. Medved looks for a centering pass, turnaround shot, sharp angle along the goal line, goes through the crease, and out the other way goes Team Red. Duick trying to go one-on-one with Atkins, who gets taken down to the ice. Before it gets sent down, they're gonna say no icing, tipped off somewhere, so Keith for Team Red gotta collect the puck at the end boards. Manhas trying to break through. Duick grabs the puck over the blue line. Manhas, great recovery to now poke that one forward to the end boards of Team Grey behind the net. Adkins, turnaround spin up. Will send it down. Manhas down the length of the ice, but it will go for an icing. No one touching it up. So 10:20 to go. Now a defensive zone face-off coming up for Team Grey in a 3-2 hockey game. Goals in this period so far scored by Spencer Hall of Team Red, a power play goal, and then a shorthanded goal by Colby Bolts for Team Grey to make it 3-2. Face off in the offensive zone by Team Red, one back cleanly. Bolts trying to chip that up to Trentelance, unable to do so as it gets around Manhas as well into the corner. In the left corner, Team Red behind the net with it now. Trying to look back to the blue line. Swinimer takes the pass on the right point. He'll get it beside once again. McGrath out far, hand post now. Klaus with a shot, tipped in front, pad save, another scramble in front. Still lose, another kick save there by Baptiste, and another cover up. Those scrambles not getting by the pads of Mason Baptiste at 9:46 to go here in the second period. A 3-2 hockey game. And Baptiste is one of the good reasons why, keeping it in a couple mad scrambles in front. As another defensive zone face-off coming up to the glove hand side. Face-off dropped and one back by Team Red. Keeping in the blue line is Swinimer, but gets attacked quickly by Tang. McGrath unable to keep free as the defenseman, steps up, now backtracks into Grey territory. Looking up ice, looking for a stretch pass. Off a stick of Team Red, recovered by Drulis. Drulis has got a goal in this game for Team Grey. He'll work it over into the neutral zone, send it to the end boards. First one there is Bryant out of the box, serving a head contact penalty earlier in this period. To the blue line, trying to make a move, overtaken and off to the races. Team Red with a break down the middle into the offensive zone, takes a shot. McGrath gets taken down as he's shooting off the side of the net, just missing wide. As Team Gray able to come up now, Tang into the offensive zone for Team Gray, into the far side corner. That one's pushed off the stick and out the other way. Looking for a big hit there and connecting with Joyce now. Picking it up out of his own zone. Joyce right down the middle, cutting to the left wing, trying to get a step behind Kang. Loses an edge in the corner. Puck gets pushed around, stepping up. Boydall down towards Bolts. Bolts gets hit hard into the boards. Bolts has a nice goal earlier this period. Joyce with the shot over top of the net. Rebound, looking for another quick shot, but that one just knuckle puck, skips over a stick and out towards the red line here at the UMH-68 Invitational U14 tournament in Vernon, BC at Cal Tire Place North. Lots of sponsors. This event would not be possible without so many people, so many groups, as we'll get to those again at intermission. Cannot thank them enough here in a 3-2 game, first game of the day of the tournament. Davis over to Trent Lance, backdoor tap in, tic-tac-toe, beautiful goal there by Team Gray, and it's finished off by Colby Bolts. Second goal of the period, of the game, and we're thanking the sponsors, she's thanking her teammates. Beautiful goal there in front. It was Davis to Trenolance, to Bolts. Tap in goal to tie up this game 3-3 here with 7:51 to go in this second period, as we have a tie game. Ensuing face-off, one forward by Team Red. Atkins, the defenseman for Team Gray, gets it over to Manhas, his defense partner. Out to the blue line. Manhas stepping up, makes a move, cutting right down the middle. Nifty moves for big defenseman into the offensive zone, but offside. I think it's the first offside call in this game, as Team Gray couldn't enter successfully. 3-3 tie game now, as Colby Bolts has a pair of beautiful goals in this second period to tie up the game. In the neutral zone, just outside of red territory, winning it back. Coe with the puck. He'll go for a stretch pass up to Dowick. Dowick into the offensive zone, looking beside towards Pellegrino, unable to connect. Manhas pinning Pellegrino up into the corner. Out with it is Dowick. Adkins still trying to battle free with it, goes behind the net. Looks D to D. Manhas now up quickly, trying for a stretch pass out. Rouse unable to clear the zone. Manhas steps up, unable to escape either. Demansky on the forehand, takes a shot on, looking for kind of a shot pass in front, as two red members were in front of the net. Team Gray with numbers out the other way. Rouse into the offensive zone, still cutting out wide. Sharp angle shot off the side of the net and stays out, keeping this game tied 3-3. Continuing up into the offensive zone, Duick driving the net. He gets hit into the goalie. Still loose in front. Puck goes to the far-hand side. Duick and She getting into a little bit of a shoving match in front, as She wins that puck battle, gets it to the blue line. Medved looks to continue up towards Prenislow. Just out of the range of his stick. McGrath gets hits in the boards by Manhas, but 2-on-1 for Team Red into the offensive zone. Backdoor pass, that one sticked away by She, as Hall was looking for a tap in to give Team Red the lead back, but it will stay 3-3 with 6 minutes to go here in this second period. Team Red popped forward. McGrath trying to get behind She. She hits him into the boards. Puck still loose in the left corner. McGrath coming away with it behind the back of the net. To the blue line, Swinimer. He'll take a shot, fan on it. Regain possession at the blue line, able to keep it in. Another shot on, walked in front by Manhas, out towards Bryant. Bryant will retreat, rotate back into his own zone. Bryant into the offensive zone, making a hit, running into Swinimer. Those two collide as the loose puck comes to the tape of Tang. Tang centering feed. Bryant just losing track of that one as a couple red members able to break that one free. Tang regains possession for Team Gray. Centering feed, backdoor shot, shooting and getting a piece of it, but not enough. As Team Red comes out the middle the other way, Thielen gets a big poke check there by Bodal. As Kraus for Team Red, the defenseman, has to work back into his own territory. Circle around and get it out to the far hand side into the offensive zone. Another brief 2-on-1 with numbers. Yu gets it out to Thielen, but couldn't pull the trigger before he gets to the end boards. Out towards Kang. Kang stepping up from the blue line for Team Red, able to keep it in. Puck battle at the near side half boards in a 3-3 hockey game here. 4.5 minutes to go in this second period. Hop down to the end. Trentolance trying to use his body, get free of the puck. As it comes out to the red line, Joyce works up quickly. Davis just off his stick. Davis, one of the Team Gray members that set up that beautiful tying goal, a tic-tac-toe to Bolts, who has the puck now, breaks it out free. Davis on the forehand, sharp angle, trying to win a battle in the corner. Bolts at the end boards, couldn't get away of DeLedge. Well, DeLedge will now come up right in front. Pass continuing on. Thielen into the offensive zone, trying to go inside out of Joyce, but great play, shot on. That goes wide of the post and to the end boards. Dueck able to keep it in. Atkins now pressured behind his own net. Spin move away from Wilson for Team Gray as Atkins still trying to escape the zone. Wayward pass, Dueck takes over, offensive zone turnover, push to the end boards. Joyce gets run into, trying to protect the puck. Here with 3.5 minutes to go. Bolts on the back check to help out into the corner. Puck battle, 2-on-2. Both teams trying to fight for possession as Joyce comes away with it behind his own net. Davis has that knocked off the stick. Bolts, loose puck to Dueck with a shot and a blocker save by Baptiste into the corner. Puck up into the air. Joyce looking to knock that beside to Atkins. Still pressure on. Over to Atkins, but Dueck, the first one there for Team Red. Turnover, Trentolance now coming up for Team Gray. Trying to speed up into the offensive zone, makes a move, cuts to the forehand, takes a shot, but right there to meet is Zinner. Great challenge and great save, but give a lot of credit there to Trentolance as well. Great moves entering the offensive zone to get a good shooting lane. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for Team Gray to the far hand side of the ice in a tie 3-3 hockey game. Both teams finding the back of the net in this period, but just a couple more for Team Gray. As it's into the corner. Out to the far hand side. Holding the line, keeping it in. Far side half boards. 2.5 minutes to go here at the UMH-68 opening game of the weekend. Team Red comes away with the pile and hustles up the far hand side. Great back check to knock that one out of a scoring opportunity. Now picking up the loose puck is Medved, trying to cut his way past Cooper Kraus. Trying to jump cut around him as well to the blue line, just sneaking out into the neutral zone. Puck battle, trying to protect on, pushed up towards Hall. Another 2-on-1, going backdoor with the shot, missing the net. Great look at the net by Roma Shin. He got a goal in this game, but could not get a second. Great opportunity, but just pushes it wide. A heavy shot though into the offensive zone. Hall leaves it off for Shin. He'll cut backdoor, looking for a turn feed. Kraus has it, still loose, poked away by Baptiste to the near side half boards. DeLedge able to keep it down deep. Cycled right corner to left corner. McGrath down low, under 90 seconds to play. Working behind the net is Team Gray, making a move but nearly taken over. Baptiste able to jump up and cover that one up. Some pushing and shoving there in front of the net. Seen a couple big hits now. A couple little scrums in front. Trying to protect the goalie. Unwritten rule. It doesn't matter what tournament, how much fun you're having, you never mess with the goalie. Face off coming to the glove hand side of Baptiste. Face off won by Team Gray. Manhas launches it down the ice. Bryant with a diving attempt, unable to break that free as DeLedge takes over, taken over by Boydall. Up into the offensive zone. Tang takes a Shot from distance, loose in front, still a scramble. Down on the ice, but blowing that one dead is the referee. As Zinner was without some equipment and losing sight of it. 1 minute and 1 second to go here in this second period. Tied up 3-3. Offensive zone face-off. Team Gray able to win it back. Manhas keeps it in the blue line beside him to Tang. Working away to the slot. Backhand shot through traffic, pushed away by Zinner. Grabbing the puck on the forehand, loping that one down low. Julius unable to grab possession as Deledge for Team Red gets it up cleanly, 45 seconds. Thielen into the offensive zone, has that one knocked off his stick. Into the neutral zone, Thielen once again into the offensive zone, knocked off Manhas, takes over, up towards Bryant, nearly taking that one on a great stretch pass. Zinner, aggressive play to come out and meet the puck. Nearly backfires, but stays out and remains 3-3. Boyd all from the blue line, takes a shot on rebound. Manhas with a shot. That one's off a stick, blocked in front by Thielen, and goes wide of the net. 13 seconds to go here in this second period as Zinner will just cover it up for a whistle. So with 9 seconds, an offensive zone face-off coming up for Team Gray to the glove hand side of their offensive zone, and out comes a goal-scoring line in Trent-Alance, Davis, and Bolts to try to finish off this period in a 3-3 tie game. Face-off trying to win forward, taken away by Team Red. They'll flip it down the ice. Not enough for icing, as that will essentially do it. 1 second, and buzzer sounds here for the morning game, first game of the weekend at the UMH-68 Invitational here in Vernon in a 3-3 tie game. It's going to come down to the wire, it looks like, between Team Gray and Team Red as we head into the third period, tied up at 3 apiece. Both teams finding the net again in this second period. So we'll do a 3-3 tie game. It's going to come down to the wire, it looks like, between Team Gray and Team Red as we head into the third period, tied up at 3 apiece. Both teams finding the net again in this second period. So we'll do a 3-3 tie game. It's going to come down to the wire, it looks like, between Team Gray and Team Red as we head into the third period, tied up at 3 apiece. Both teams finding the net again in this second period. So we'll do a 3-3 tie game. It's going to come down to the wire, it looks like, between Team Gray and Team Red as we head into the third period, tied up at 3 apiece. Both teams finding the net again in this second period. So we'll do a 3 as we head into the third period. And once again, we can't make this weekend happen without so many great sponsors in this tournament. We're going to start off with Player Nutrition. They're getting fueled by Nature's Fair Markets. If it's good for you, we've got it. They've supplied Cliff Bars, bananas, and apples to the players. Also, BioSteel is a main sponsor here. The hydration choice trusted by pros and parents alike. Between hockey practices, tournaments, and road trips, staying hydrated is a must, and now it's easier than ever with the BioSteel Variety Pack at Costco. 24 bottles, 3 top flavors, and 0 sugar. So thank you, BioSteel. Also, Iron Ghost Construction. They're a dedicated sponsor of this UMH-68 tournament. Iron Ghost has provided player scholarships at all 4 events, helping young athletes chase their dreams on and off the ice. Iron Ghost Construction, recognized as a top contractor in multiple industries such as oil and gas, forestry, and agriculture, from building turnkey production facilities that produce canola oil, biodiesel, condensate, and oil, to keeping up with the industry changes in forestry, where new technology and equipment are replacing that of the past. Also, Elite Prospects is sponsoring the tournament. Number 1 Elite Prospects is the gateway to hockey, online since 1999. Elite Prospects is the number 1 statistical hockey resource, serving over 1 million unique visitors weekly. And Up My Hockey is proud to provide scholarships to players attending the tournament as well, because talent deserves opportunity. Change your thinking, change your game. Up My Hockey, also with a podcast as well. And A-Cane Hockey is another sponsor here, providing a prize pack to the Sidney Crosby Award winner. That award is chosen by the coaches. Dominate the ice with performance-driven cut resistance gear built for elite players. Those are the sponsors here for this tournament. Great tournament, wouldn't be put on without them. Also, wouldn't be put on without Jason Baudelaine, one of the organizers here of this tournament. And you can't talk about this tournament without talking about the players, without talking about the coaches here in this as well. We've talked to the sponsors, we've talked to the players here in a 3-3 tie game between Team Gray and Team Red. And like I mentioned, is not possible without the great coaches here in this tournament, like Tyler Wright I have here with me. First off, what have your thoughts been of this game? It's been such fast-paced, good hockey. What have your thoughts been so far?
Yeah, it's been, for a bunch of kids that have kind of just come together. It's try to put a little bit of structure in their game, jump out to a 2-0 lead and have a 3-1 lead. And unfortunately, special team goes the other way where we gave up, a shorty. So kids have been competitive. We had some good goaltending on both sides, and it makes it for a good third period.
So you mentioned some kids just kind of getting thrown together to come play hockey. How hard is that for these kids to just get meshed together and go play?
No, absolutely. I think it's difficult for the coaches. I think it's difficult for the players. But we're just trying to put the kids in the right position, to succeed and give them the ice time that they need, and hopefully in the special teams. And as this tournament grows on, they feel a little bit more comfortable and feeling a little bit more comfortable with their teammates. So they're all good players. We're just trying to educate them and give them resources to take back to their respective clubs next year and become even better players.
And tell me a little bit about your background here and how much of an honor is it for you to be here coaching at this tournament?
Well, absolutely. It's, I've had the luxury of not only living here in the Vernon area for the last 25 years, and since retiring, dating myself a little bit in the hockey world, but it's gratification to be able to give these young men, maybe some input, and if you can give them one little bit of tidbit that can help them become a better player, and talk about the education and the passion and the hard work that it takes to get to the next level, and whatever level that is, whether that's the NCAA level, whether it's an academy level, whether it's the Western League. And ultimately, some of these kids want to go on and have aspirations to becoming, an NHL player. But at the same time, it's these small foundational growth things at the course at 13 and 14 and 15 that kind of pave the road for the rest of the way.
So you've been talking about the small foundational pieces. If you could give advice to these players, what would you want them to take away from the weekend? What's the main thing that they should know going forward from this weekend?
Well, I think the number one thing is that do what you can control, and you can control how hard you work and what you put in, and be a good teammate. You can't control how much your coach plays. You can't control if you get on the power play. You can't control who you play with. Those are all coaches' decisions. But when you get on the ice, you can control how hard you work. And I think as that is a foundational piece that is put in your everyday life, I think the coaches start to gain more trust. And as you get on and when it becomes even more important, I think that trust factor grows, and I think you become a better player, and I think you ultimately become a better team.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time, and good luck with the rest of this game and the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Perfect. Welcome back to the UMH-68 Invitational. We're heading to the third period here in an exciting first game of the tournament. And we were saying can't believe it's only the first game. It's been action-packed hockey, back and forth, exciting. So far, 3-3 tie game here between Team Gray and Team Red. Goals in this game so far for Team Red, scored by Yulko, Roma Shin, and Spencer Hall. On the other side, for Team Gray, scored by Brady Drulis and Colby Bolts. As the third period is almost underway here, getting ready. Both teams lining up at center ice, getting ready to get this third period started. Zach Stewart on the call with you for this tournament all weekend long. UMH-68, there's 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow, 2 on Sunday. We've talked about sponsors, we've talked about players, coaches, everyone, but we also can't forget to give a shout out to our cameraman, our producer, the man who makes this all happen. Alvin doing a fantastic job, making me sound good, looking the players look good. As we're underway here in the third period. Face-off won and puck down deep by Team Gray. Davis right there trying to work free. Trentolance looks to step up, but poked out free by Team Red. In towards the neutral zone, past the red line. Turning a corner, sharp cut, but unable to get through as McGrath out the other way for Team Red. Takes the shot, well falling as she able to get a stick on it, up into the net, block shot. With 30 seconds gone here in a tie, 3-3 hockey game. Face-off coming up towards the glove hand side of Mason Baptiste, who's in this game as a goalie for Team Gray. They're going to switch sides and actually come to the blocker hand side. On the other side, Jackson Zinner still in the game for Team Red. Boys will switch game and game in this tournament. Equal playing time. Give a good look at everyone in this tournament as Team Red has the puck at the blue line. DeLedge, D2D, now fires it to the right corner. Atkins, defenseman for Team Gray, trying to kick it away free. Taken away, still free with it. Dueck battles with it, gets it out to the blue line. Looking for a shot on was Kraus, off a stick and floats in towards the near side boards. Out to the blue line again. Kraus has it again with another shot. Sorry, that's actually Kang on that right point with the shot a couple times. Puck out free, working out is Pellegrino to Kang again. Trying to get it to the half boards. Pellegrino tapped that one past Atkins, now cuts towards the middle, leaves it off as Manhas is able to stir that one away from the front of the net. As Team Gray chips it into the offensive zone. Medved on the forehand, gets run into by DeLedge, but keeps control of the puck. Manhas with a shot, that's off the shoulder, loose in front, scramble. No one can get there other than Team Red, bringing it to the blue line. Manhas makes a move, still cutting towards the net on the backhand now. Spin around, centering feed, stick tie up. Great defensive play there by DeLedge to not allow a tap in on the back door. As Team Gray able to get that one down on net of Zinner and go for a line change. 3-3, so a tie game here, just over 2 minutes gone in this third period. Puck out to the blue line, Tang keeps it in with a shot just wide of the net. Bryant able to hold the blue line yet again, comes out but back in. Puck gets worked to the neutral zone, having to touch up, delayed offside, back onto the attack though, Team Gray, moving a shot by Drulis. That goes wide of the post. Boydall able to keep it in, Bryant gets sandwiched. As Drulis, he's got a goal in this game, trying to break free in this near side corner. Drulis to Bryant, to the forehand, slot pass to Tang, goes free, Joyce with the shot, still loose in front, rebound, and it's into the back of the net. Team Gray, for the first time this game, has the lead with Ethan Tang finding a rebound and into the back of the net. Tang, one of the 2 players this game from the States. Kenmore, Washington, 5'3" forward. As it's now a 4-3 game for Team Gray. Like I said, their first lead of this game, battling through a couple deficits. As Tang gets the go-ahead goal. 3 minutes gone in this third period. Offensive zone turnover. Trentolance, another rebound, loose in front, still loose as Trentolance and Davis couldn't connect to get that puck free out the other way. Shin enters the offensive zone for Team Red. He's got a goal in this game, gets an offensive zone turnover, drives in it, takes a shot, sharp angle, and covered up by Baptiste. A little bit more pushing and shoving in front, but nothing comes of it. Stays 4-3. Thanks to the Kenmore Washington product, Ethan Tang. He's playing with the Washington Wolverines in the HPL. Mentioned one of 2 United States players in this game alone right now. The other playing for Team Red in Jeffrey Yu from Seattle. Into the offensive zone, go Team Gray. She with a shot, heavy shot, but over top of the net as he's now got to get back on the defensive end. Puck stays in offensively for Team Gray. Bolts over toward Trentolance to the backhand, pushing it forward. Davis couldn't get there before Zinner bolts with a one-timer. Swing and a miss just off the end of the stick. Out the other way, right down the middle. Hall trying to cut a move. Unable to get by the defenseman of Bourget. Team Gray down the right wing. Over the red line, over the blue line. Davis couldn't go any further. Hall takes over. And Team Red with Cooper Kraus leading an offensive rush up the far hand side. Dumps it behind the net of Baptiste. Atkins has that one pushed by his stick. Pellegrino takes over for Team Red. Trying to cut towards the high slot. Gets pushed off the puck. And out the other way now. Into the offensive zone goes Team Gray. Working out on the near hand side. Centering pass looking for a tip in. Unable to find it. Making that solo play down the right wing. Trying to make a centering pass was Pernalslow. And also looking to throw a hit as well. Trying to get the puck back at the red line. Manhas. Got to be one of the taller players in this tournament, standing at 6'1". Adkins with a sliding play to keep it out of his own zone. Manhas now backtracking. Forehand pass up the far hand side to the red line. Big hit there by Swinimer as he's able to get that puck down deep into Gray territory. His team still trying to battle for the puck. Popped up over the red line. Stepping up with it is Pernalslow. Pernalslow gets it to Brian at the end boards. Undercut by Swinimer as Swinimer with Dewick able to get it, chip it past the red line. Still boards battle in front of Team Red's bench. There's 14:35 to go in this third period. 4-3 lead. Defensive zone turnover. Wilson takes over for Team Red. Takes a shot, just getting a piece of it. And knocking it wide was Baptiste to keep his team in the lead. Far side pass. Stepping up with the puck is Joyce into the offensive zone. Taking a shot on that one's into the chest and covered up by Zinner. 4-3 still is the score. Zinner playing a great game in net, coming from Kelowna. 5-2 goalie. On the other side, Mason Baptiste answering as well. A couple mad scrambles in front that Baptiste has been able to control. For an offensive zone face-off now for Team Gray. One back, sent down to the end boards. I'm working that one free, but it'll get loose with She stepping up into the offensive zone, trying to swipe at it. Unable to get through is Team Gray with Davis. That goes to the end boards. Bryant trying to hold the blue line. That one's poked forward between his legs by Thielen. You for Team Red as well, trying, but out the other way goes Team Gray. Trying to go 1-on-3 towards the front of the net is Drulis. He's got a goal this game, but can't get a clean shot that time. Bourget is forced back towards the red line, has to send that one back down deep. Delayed offside, touching up is Drulis and Tang. Tang's got the go-ahead goal so far for Team Gray. She works it up to Tang. Tang over towards Manhas. He's got to make a smart move. That one's knocked off his stick at the red line. But Team Gray continuing with Trentolance applying the forecheck behind the net. Delege, smart play, going behind the net away from the forechecker. Shin trying to chip it up the near side half boards. That one's taken away by Davis. Working right corner to left corner. Still working at the end boards. With it on the forehand, centering feed, looking for bolts off a foot in front, still loose to the far hand side. Spread eagle, Davis a shot, but a block in front, playing goalie. Helping out was McGrath. to knock that out. It was an open net, but McGrath getting down and getting a leg on it to help out the goalie Zinner. Now puck battle into the corner. Trentolance unable to come free with it as Paul gets it to the blue line, but not out. Davis looks back door to Trentolance, intercepted in front, but Davis regains possession of his own puck. Down behind the end boards. Tries to make a move around McGrath. Unable to do so as DeLedge now steps up with it. DeLedge centering feed right down the middle. Stretch pass up to Hall, trying to get a step on Atkins, driving the net, but couldn't get it by Atkins and Baptiste. Great defensive play there to hold the Team Red out to the outside, not allow a cut to the middle. Coe to the right corner. Atkins now sliding over, has that one lost in his feet, but regains possession. With 11:50 to go in this third period. Stretch pass into the offensive zone is Team Gray, but could not quite complete that pass. Behind the net now, looking for a trailer, but active stick by Coe to have that one go down the length of the ice for Boydall. Stretch pass up, intercepted by Duick. Returning the favor is Medved for Team Gray, taking over that puck and going down to the end boards. Kraus is getting attacked at the end, but able to spin free and work it out towards Pellegrino. Unable to get out, holding the line, shot on from distance into the glove. Nifty flashing the leather there of Zinner to cover it up from a whistle. Point shot on, and fast hands, fast reflexes there for Zinner to make that catch and cover it up for a whistle. Face off in the defensive zone, one forward for Team Red. Kraus, the defenseman leading the rush, takes the shot on into the chest. Another scramble in front as Baptiste is able to cover it up. He's had a couple of those mad scrambles in front, but not allowing one to get through so far in this game. Cooper Kraus leading the rush up from the defensive position. From a local, from Vernon. 5'4" defenseman. Shoots left, plays for the North Okanagan Mustangs in Vernon Minor Hockey. In a good active skater out there. Another scramble in front. Still loose, referee, no blowing the whistle. As Kraus comes away with the fray from it. Back on his feet is Baptiste. Kraus goes to the left half boards. Kraus again takes a shot on, looking for a tip in front by Duick. Unable to find one, goes behind the net to Pellegrino. Works out towards the high slot, takes a shot, loose in front, rebound on a kick save, but cleared out from the front of the net. Not out of the zone yet though, as Duick still looking to pressure Rouse into this near side corner to a knee. Able to make a clean pass out of the blue line and alleviate pressure there as Team Gray comes into the offensive zone. Nearly avoiding a hit there was Penislow. Out with it. Team Red pops that one towards their own blue line. Out with it. Duick battling, but great defensive play there by Bourget to keep that one in Gray possession. Bryant leaves it off for Tang. We're under 10 minutes to go here in this third and final period of the first game of this UMH-68 tournament. Bourget goes down low. Drulis at the end boards. He'll work it around towards Shee at the blue line. On the forehand, a shot tipped in front, blocked by Kraus. And he's trying to get possession to get that one free for Team Red. Back to the end boards. Poked forward, up into the air. Bryant takes over, pushes it to his backhand. Trying to get away from three Red attackers. Bourget takes a hit, gets it cleanly to Shee though. Beside him, working down, sharp angle off the side of the net. The defenseman Shee finds himself down in tight, an aggressive pinch. Now has to get back to his point position as Drulis holds it into the far side boards. He'll take a big hit down to the ice by Kraus as Team Red trying everything to get it out of their own territory and able to tap that one forward, and it's not going to be enough for icing, waving that one off as the puck goes corner to corner in Gray territory defensively. 8:40 to go in this third period. Puck battle at the blue line of Gray zone. Kang comes away with it and works it back towards his own position. As a Red defenseman, DeLedge, intercepted pass by Bourget. And he'll battle the puck with McGrath and get it over to Shee. Stretch pass up. Trentelance into the offensive zone. Takes a long shot. Stick save. Pushed into the corner. Guided safely by Zinner. Out the other way. Team Red gets the loose puck. Trying to push up. Down by 1. 4-3 is the score in favor of Team Gray. Puck goes left corner. Over towards the right corner. On the dump in. Bolts with a hit. Davis couldn't continue momentum and get that puck. Splitting the defenseman now. Hall on a breakaway for Team Red. Goes forehand, backhand, forehand, but pushes it just wide of the left post. Hall on the pretty much the first breakaway of this game. Couldn't convert. As now trying to take advantage the other way. Trentelance into the offensive zone. Slides a centering pass, but great defensive play on the backtrack to hold that one at bay. Odd man rush leads to a chance for Team Red out the other way. Pellegrino to Wu at the blue line. Big hit by Pellegrino as a snap stick. I hear parents grunting and groaning about that. They know that's another cost to them, buying a new stick. As into the offensive zone. Trentelance flips that one over top of the crossbar. And into the corner. Davis picks it up on the backhand. Works it to the point. Joyce takes a shot. Stick and tipped off a shoulder. Into the netting. Out of play in a 4-3 game here for Team Gray. Going to be an offensive zone face-off coming up here for Team Gray. Coming to the blocker hand side. Out with it, Kraus, the defenseman again, leading the rush up for Team Red. Shot on, that one's blocked into the corner. Out with it, leading a rush up on this near hand side is Prenislow at offside, just unable to drag the feet as Team Gray goes offside. So neutral zone face-off, just coming out outside of red territory. So we got a face-off coming up for Prenislow. Wins it back cleanly to Boydall. He'll just get it down deep. And making a play behind their own net, taking over is Rouse. Rouse, he'll take a hit into the corner as Team Red takes over to the blue line, just getting it out, but they got to now start over in their own defensive zone with Cooper Kraus working right down the middle. Wilson popped by Boydall, but Boydall able to get back behind his own net and recover the puck. Spin around, protect it safely. Goes over to the near hand side, right down the middle. Prenislow, cross ice pass into the offensive zone. That one's blocked away, firing it down low, getting it on the forehand. Medved leaves it off. Bryant to the blue line. She now with the shot. That one's off the crossbar and out of play into the netting. Another heavy shot there by Marcus Shee. There's another offensive zone face-off coming up for Team Gray. Face-off, one in the offensive zone by Team Gray, trying to keep it in. Puck goes to the right corner. Team Red picks it up, unable to get it out there. Bourget keeps it in. McGrath now picking it up. Gets it out of his own zone, trying to force that one up to the left boards. That one kept in at the red line by Bourget. He'll get it back down low. Another just dump in, trying to keep the pressure on Team Red here as we get into the final 5.5 minutes of this third period in a 4-3 game. Out with the puck into the offensive zone. McGrath to Hall. Hall waits on the shot, shoots it towards the net, still loose in front, off the post, behind the play. Trying to tie this one up, unable to do so. as it comes out to the red line. Keith works it up the far side, gets it down low, but it's going to be icing is the call against Team Red. Was just behind the red line and shot it all the way down. So this play is coming back towards Team Gray offensive zone face-off. To the blocker hand side of Zinner in a 4-3 game, 5 minutes exactly to go here in this third period. 4-3 game, Team Red needing to push the pace up ice, and it's going to start with Hall. Hall, he's got a goal in this game, gets tripped up, battling there with Shin. Shin's got a goal. This is a goal scoring line here for Team Red. Hall unable to battle his way through as it goes to the end boards, stepping up, trying to work it to the blue line. Keith on the backtrack, able to keep it in as that one is offside. Trying to exit the zone, delayed offside. And offside is the call. So neutral zone face-off to the near hand side of the ice, just in front of Team Gray bench. Manhas up towards Davis, leaves it off for Atkins. Atkins now the defenseman, jumping down the length of the ice, leaving off for Trentelance. Trentelance the first one there. He'll take body contact and play the puck behind the end boards. Keith, the defenseman here for Team Red. Parker Keith from Penticton, trying to work it up cleanly right down the logo here at Cal Tire Place North. For this UMH-68 tournament, Trentelance backdoor over to Davis, looking back for Trentelance, but unable to find him as covering up that puck, sprawled out, was Zinner to make that play. As a face-off is coming up in front of Zinner yet again. Here for Team Gray. Prenislow out to take the draw against Jeffrey Yu, one of two players in this game playing from the States, from Seattle. Tipped out to the middle of the ice, grabbing possession. Cooper Kraus, smooth skating defenseman so far here. He gets it up into the offensive zone. Thielen drops it off. Yu goes back behind the end boards, trying to step up. Manhas uses his reach and pokes it towards the blue line and out as that one gets chipped out by Prenislow. Working to the backhand on the left wing. Drop it off, shot on, misses the net wide. 3:20 left in this third period. Leading a rush up, Wilson for Team Red into the offensive zone. The Hashworks takes the shot, just getting a piece of it and trickling it over top of the netting was Baptiste. Team Red looking for one last push in this game, down by one, 4-3. Drop pass on McGrath, trying to go inside out of Joyce. Backhand over top of the net. Shin stepping up to keep it in as he'll keep it in. DeLedge, stick lift on Bryant, still battling for it. Puck trickles out of the offensive zone and into the offensive zone for Team Gray. Zinner able to just cover that up, sees some pressure from Team Gray coming at him. 2:41 to go here in this third period in a 4-3 hockey game for Team Gray. Has been trailing all game until this third period, where they grab a goal, and it is Ethan Tang so far being the difference maker. Shot on from the draw. Drulis rings it off the post. Brady Drulis from North Vancouver. You could have heard that post from North Vancouver. 4-3 is the score here, out towards the neutral zone. Team Red's battling at their own blue line. Boydell comes out with it, goes D-to-D out towards Joyce, looking up towards Drulis. Shin takes over, but active poke check by Joyce, taking over. McGrath into the offensive zone, takes a shot, and he beats glove side. This game is tied up 4-4 with Rowan McGrath getting a late tying goal. 2:08 to go. And from Lake Country, Rowan McGrath ties this game up. 4-4 with 2:08. As Baptiste just gets beat to the glove hand side by McGrath. Face off coming up at center ice, and now a brand new hockey game, even slate but with only 2 minutes to go. As Team Red takes over after their latest goal, looks for a pass up ice. She takes over. Entering the offensive zone, Team Red, they'll pop that forward, trying to track that from behind, unable to do so. As Bourget, he'll get it cleanly over towards She. She right down the middle, taken over by Demansky into the offensive zone, takes a shot, kick save. Duick grabs it in the left corner, 90 seconds to play. Here in this third period, Coe with the shot. That one swept away. Davis will now pick it up for Team Grey, look for a centering feed into the body of Dumansky. And that one just slowed down by Team Red. Coming out into the offensive zone. Into the neutral zone with 1 minute to play. Here in this first game of the tournament, and what a first game we've got. Tied 4-4 with 50 seconds to go into the offensive zone. Trentelance looks over to Adkins. Adkins, he'll drive behind the back of the net. On the forehand, look for a clean pass. Manhas at the blue line, takes a shot through traffic, tipped in front, rebound, it's into the back of the net. Team Grey answers quickly and gets their lead back with 37 seconds to play. Swooping in and grabbing the rebound was Trentelance. Stefano Trentelance able to regain possession of the lead. 5-4 with 37 seconds to play. This game is coming down to the wire. What a way to start off the weekend here in Vernon. 5-4 is the lead. Ensuing face-off as Team Red wins it, pulling the goalie, so empty net, 6-on-5 advantage. And the final 25 seconds trying to push for that tying goal with 15 now. Trying to get it towards the net, 6-on-5 advantage for Team Red. Swinimer takes a shot through the crease and sending it down the length of the ice, and it will find the empty net. So pushing the lead, pretty much sealing this game, making it 6-4 in favor of Team Grey with an empty net goal to finish off this contest. 4 seconds to play. And for Team Grey, it is Easton Medved will find the empty net to make it 6-4 for Team Grey. Face-off dropped, tie up at the face-off dot, and buzzer will sound as this first game is over. Team Grey skates away with the 6-4 win with 2 goals in the final 30 seconds to close this game out. They got their first lead in the third period and did not look back here to have the 6-4 win over Team Red to take game 1 of this tournament. In the third period, it was Ethan Tang who scored the go-ahead goal to start things out, making it 4-3 to start. But then answering back to make it 4-4 was Rowan McGrath with a late goal with 2 minutes left. And then in the final 30 seconds, it was Stefano Trentelance to get the 5-4 game-winning goal before Easton Medved finds the empty net to push this game 6-4 as Team Grey gets the win over Team Red to start off this UMH-68 Invitational. Now both teams will line up at their respective blue lines. After a handshake, congratulations to the referees. They're now going to get handed out with the game's Grit and Grind Award. It's a $30 gift card from Brown's Social House, locally owned and operated. Brown's Social House Village Green provides the perfect balance between neighborhood pub and upscale casual dining. Our guests experience a premium casual environment that makes them feel at home, and that's what the term social house is all about. It's that simple. So we get the game's Grit and Grind Award We're also going to be handed out the 3 stars of the game. We'll get to that in a second. But the Grit and Grind Award is brought to you by Brown's Social House, $30 gift certificate. We'll find out who the Grit and Grind Award coming up is here in a second after a little ad read from the PA announcer until we get to the award.
From Team Gray, Stefano Treadlance.
So from Team Gray, Stefano Treadlance is the Grit and Grind Award winner for Game 1 of this tournament. Now up next is the 3 Stars Award, brought to you by Up My Hockey. From mindset to performance, Up My Hockey is your go-to source for unlocking the next level in your game. Grow your mind, grow your game. The 3 stars, their prizes: 3rd star gets a $30 gift card for Source for Sports, 2nd star a $40 gift card, and 1st star is a $50 gift card, all to Source for Sports. Here, 3 stars brought to you by Up My Hockey. As we get into the 3 Stars Awards here for the first game of this tournament.
Our
3rd star is going to be handed out to, from Team Gray, Ethan Tang, scored at the time, the go-ahead goal.
Ethan Tang.
At the time, scored the go-ahead goal to give his Team Gray the lead 4-3. Was after that answered, but Ethan Tang with a great game to get the 3rd star. As we now go towards the 2nd star of the game, getting a $40 gift card for Source for Sports. 2nd star going to Team Red, Spencer Hall with a goal in this game. A couple good looks, a breakaway, as he had a great game for his Team Red. And then 1st star. Going from Team Gray, Colby Bolts with 2 goals, 2 beautiful goals here in this game for the performance. So 6-4 is the final here for Team Gray over Team Red. Picture time as the rest of the teams can go get ready for their next game this afternoon. We'll take a little break after a 6-4 win for Team Gray over Team Red. Next game up is Team Black versus Team Blue here at the UMH-68 Invitational. Zach Stewart on the call with you all weekend long.